Dallas in there. Dallas has been nice. We had Portland in. They're 2 games out of the last playoff spot. We had San Antonio in. They're 2.5 games out of the last playoff spot. New Orleans is 5 games back. So you got a lot of teams that are looking to make a move. Now, Minnesota is second to last. I mean, I don't think they're making a run.
Oh, they're not making a run this year at all. It would be, can they find someone to pair with Karl Anthony Towns and see if you can get anything out of him. He was supposed to be the franchise player. He's supposed to be that guy. And unfortunately, he's falling into the Kevin Love syndrome right now.
No, that's
really
right.
good, but not going anywhere.
Yeah, where's that team? All right, what about the East? Anything? Because, I mean, we talk West. And Milwaukee is the best team in the NBA right now at 42-7. I don't know if people realize that. And then there's Toronto and there's Boston and Miami. You see a lot happening in the West?
Well, in the East,
I
think it's role players. Whether it's Milwaukee maybe adding
Philly?
Another shooter. Philadelphia has to find a shooter.
Philly.
They are – I know Embiid is just a couple games back from that hand injury. But Ben Simmons put it right last night. He said they're soft. And Miami rolled them. Jimmy Butler did whatever he wanted, scoring 38 points. That's a team that acquired Al Horford, Tobias Harris, so they're really big, but they are slow. And they shouldn't be this bad defensively, but they are right now. And they could just use a cheap shooter. Who's that going to be? Maybe bring J.J. Redick back because he was fantastic for them. He's in New Orleans, and he could be a player
they part with him?
That they move because I think I keep Drew Holiday if I'm New Orleans right now. I
absolutely
Drew Holiday, Zion Williamson, Lonzo Ball. All right, you move on from J.J. Redick, but you got Josh Hart coming off the bench. So that is definitely a team that could stay pat or make a big move and acquire pieces to go all in next year. When you know what Zion Williamson's doing, it's nice to see him on the court. He is playing very well. They need a
1 minute
to emerge out of that group, but I'm a big Drew Holiday fan, and when he plays well, that team's a lot of fun to watch.
All right, 505-246-0610, 888-922-0610. Email Jeff at 610knml.com, JJ at 610knml.com. I got another email for you. Why did they practice the day before? Should they not practice during the week now?
Practice?
Just go out and play because somehow they're going to be sharp, especially with these new different combinations?
30.
Maybe. What'd J. Paul say? Better than throwing a party. Oh, is that too soon?
Oh.
That's what J. Paul said. Better than going out and throwing a party. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
The world-famous Laguna Burger is beautifully handcrafted. A burger that's created from certified Angus beef, sinfully cooked to juicy perfection, and garnished with New Mexico's Hatch green chili. Tempt your taste buds with mouth-watering fresh ingredients.
Cut! We're gonna need another Laguna Burger. Try the irresistible, world-famous Laguna Burger. Visit thelagunaburger.com. It's fresh with a kick. Take 32.
Lava Rock Brewing Company, conveniently located on Albuquerque's west side, just south of I-40. You can come on in, enjoy our pizza, pasta, burgers, and more by Matucci's. It's all at Lava Rock. Lava Rock Brewing Company, come on in.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Sports Network. Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
What is glamour? Frailty. What is desire? Diamonds. They say a life lived without passion is hardly worth living.
Ma'am? Ma'am? Ma'am?
Dang, this one made me feel all special.
Get into the game with Garden Swartz Team Sales. They have everything you need, from screen printing, embroidery, and digital printing services, high school letterman jackets, and all high school and club uniforms and individual and team apparel with the most reliable brands like Speedline, Rollins, and Wilson. And don't forget to check out the latest F7 Shut helmet. It's all at Garden Swartz Team Sales. Give them a call, 505-884-1234. Garden Swartz Team Sales.
The Lascombe family has been growing and crafting wine in New Mexico since 1981. Formerly known as St. Clair Winery, we're going back to our roots and honoring our founders, Danielle and Hervé Lascombe. Today, our D.H. Lascombe Winery and Bistro locations continue to deliver the exceptional wine and food experience you've come to expect from the Lascombe family. Visit us and enjoy a culmination of our 6th-generation winemaking legacy and unique, perfectly paired foods. D.H. Lascombe Winery and Bistro.
The New Mexico High School Coaches Association, established in 1941, is an organization of New Mexico's best and most professional interscholastic coaches. Coaches across work daily to help our student athletes excel in the classroom, on the field of play, and in our communities. Students that participate in interscholastic activities attain higher grades, higher graduation rates, and higher wages. Responsible for the North-South All-Star Games, statewide Coaches Award Program, and providing multiple professional development opportunities for New Mexico's coaches. Be a great coach by coaching beyond the game.
Folks, there's no other way but to be all.
We'll have a sweet deal for you coming up at 9 o'clock on our website. I'll let you know about that. It's the opening drive. What up, y'all? Merry Tuesday. Jeff, JJ, Micah, J. Paul. All right, JJ.
All righty.
They shouldn't be practicing.
Practice.
Yeah. Practice. Shouldn't be practicing. John sent me an email, says, morning. Well, as for the practice thing, I kind of wonder the timing of it. First, you're shorthanded and playing walk-ons. In fact, starting one of them. By all media accounts, they ran out of gas and had no answer in the second half. So he decides to have a practice with all the players who have managed to stay on board and out of trouble. I can understand if they're putting out a half-nalga effort or not doing as instructed, but that's been the case all year. Defense and rebounding and selfish play has been the norm most of the year, but the guy's not in uniform at this time. So I'm kind of wondering what's going on and why. This year has been, by any account, eventful and disappointing, and Weir is the man in charge. So come on, man. Practice? We're talking about practice.
Are these real?
So
real feelings from people?
I think what he's saying is so you're asking, why did they practice on Friday? Like every practice isn't running these guys until their nalgas fall off. Every practice isn't running the pit, like you said, the running up and down the pit stairs. I mean, and when he said it was our best practice, it could have been a walkthrough, it could have been a shoot around, it could have been, you're running a little bit. You're not running these guys until they're dead. They're well-conditioned 18, 19, 20, 21, 22-year-old athletes. You practice on Friday morning, got on a plane and played on Saturday evening. Like, so should you just be in the film room? Should you not go? I've never heard so many people say, why are they practicing before in my life? Have you?
No. And it shouldn't be surprising because we're at that point where anything that comes out, anything that's said, it's the reason why that happened or this happened.
Let me tell you something.
If I think we might be going the same place.
Yeah.
If they didn't practice,
yep.
people would be screaming at this coach. How are they not practicing?
Well, that's right.
How are you not instilling
If
discipline?
they came out and got down by 12 points at halftime.
How are you not doing burpees in the goat heads outside?
If they were down 12 at halftime and Paul said, well, we didn't practice on Saturday, I want to give them a rest. Well, what do you mean they're not prepared? I mean, this coach doesn't know what he's doing. They're not prepared. They're not practicing. You think I'm wrong?
No, you're right. And it blows my mind that people think that practice was a problem. The problem is the talent that is not available.
This blows my mind.
Not practice or not to practice.
All right. I mean, if that's what you think, if you think you're wearing these poor young men out by having an hour and a half practice.
Can you imagine the backlash if Power said he didn't practice?
I'm just telling you.
Soft Mr. Rogers.
That's right.
These millennials, they can't handle anything. What bunch of jokers.
That's right. That's exactly where it would go. And he's not practicing them. And what's he doing? And they're not prepared.
They're not even millennials anymore. What gen are they?
It blows my mind. Rod says we'll soon be hearing from South Campus. We had a good off season, and we think we're improved. The guys worked hard. We have a great recruiting class. I love our staff. We worked hard to change the culture. Problem is I hear this every July from every club from Las Vegas and all those interviews that you do. P.S. Speaking of Vegas, when does the OD head out for the tournament? It's from Rod. I don't know. They're kind of the same theme every year. Hopefully they're a little different. I mean, hopefully I don't bore you with them. If I do, sorry. I'm going to go do them again. That's football. This one's stunning to me, dude. Lobo Hobo says, speaking of practice, Jeff, the silver lining on these injuries, Lyle and Jackson should be rested and refreshed and have springy legs for the stretch drive. Or, well, it's going to take a while to get them back in game shape, and we've got to get them on the floor. And it's one thing to you know, they're in the gym and riding the bike, but it's their first game back, and they haven't practiced enough. I'm just telling you, this goes to my theme of the day. When you are not playing, when things aren't going well, when you're losing, there is not a damn thing you can say. Right?
You just got to perform.
Because Lyle and Jackson will be fresh for the stretch run, but they'll come back on Saturday. Yeah, but they're not in game shape yet. You know, they're still working their way back. Why the hell didn't you practice them, Coach? It's unbelievable to me. Okay. I mean, look, man, whatever it is. Jeremy's got another edition of JJ Buck. Get off my rocks. Jeff, remember when the Super Bowl used to be about the game? Why are we suddenly so interested in commercials when we spend the other 364 days a year doing everything we can to avoid them? First of all, it's not suddenly. Secondly, it's not we. But it's because they're $5.5 million a spot, and because this is
the most watched event of the entire year.
Yeah. And usually the spots are decent. And they were a little. Even my daughter said, "Dad, I'm a little underwhelmed." 13 years old. Dad, I'm a little underwhelmed.
I just want to know the Tide marketing budget.
Damn. Did you see the last Tide spot? Did you see
those
the last
Tide
one?
Pods must be selling like hotcakes.
Do you use pods? Do you use pods? So do you throw them in the wash, or do you put them in the like
throw them in the wash?
In with the clothes, you don't put them in the detergent thing.
I don't. I just throw it in with the clothes.
Yeah, I don't know how it's supposed to work. That's why I still use the Tide liquid. So did you see the last Tide spot? Right, they spent the whole thing. Is it later yet? She got the stain on him. He's got a stain. That was like a Bud Light spot and mixed with Tide. He's got a stain. Just the very last one where he was old.
Yeah.
And he's wearing his little sweater.
It's later now.
It's later. I cleaned it, and she's like, and she's eating ice cream, and she's stained. Her poor guy. Poor Tide guys are running everywhere with
in
a
your
kid.
mind.
I know.
You got us trained to think about it.
I got a Tide stick now in my briefcase. I do.
Good call.
Yeah, I got it free. It was in my stocking at Christmas.
Ooh.
That's right. All right, Lance. You got to be better than
awful
yesterday.
You do that to me every time before I go on. I mean,
What's that?
How am I supposed to really do a serious call?
You're not. You never. Yeah, but you got to be better than yesterday.
Yeah, okay, all right. Bill Esparza, you said. I remember practice. Talk about practice. He was our practice dummy in football. He was skin and bones, and we would just throw him around. And it was awful, but we picked him up every time. But one day against Highland, it was like when Forrest Gump broke off his knee braces, and all of a sudden he scored 40 points, and we didn't even have threes back then. Bill Esparza just started lighting it up in the Highland Gym. Hey, IPS, they caught a shooter, the other day at the salt yards, but, a friend of mine again, this has happened again, like what they do is in a whole block. Okay, you pay for it, well, I'll pitch in, because the dude that comes around and does patrols, or the people, whoever, they busted somebody trying to break into somebody else's, one of my friends' places.
Oh, they're beautiful.
So, see, they control a whole block. So if you're smart, you just, one of you just, whatever, everybody pitch in for a house, and they'll get a go in, and everybody feels safe when they go to work, And also, I declared today National Leftover Wing Day. Probably Brandon and them will probably hack that later on. But, if you still have wings left over, you got to get rid of them today, So now football is officially over. Okay?
No, it's not.
Horrible.
The XFL starts this weekend. The XFL kicks off on Saturday. Sunday.
You're kidding me, really?
Yeah. I don't know if you get it on your television
package. That's beautiful, because I was going to have to resort to Raw and MMA.
No, you got XFL. Which
so
is
we
really
could
the
do
same
that?
thing.
We could, wow. I'm really happy. See, Jeff, this is what gets me through the world.
That's right.
That's
what I'm here for.
But now I'm placed to root for the Aggies. Now.
Okay.
I've got to root for the Aggies now, because and I will boo Alford and all of the traders that come in to the pit.
All right, well, we're going to give away tickets for that.
I'm not going to put up with that, man. I don't want to hear some other spineless guy call in saying, they did a lot of good stuff for us. No. They're going to laugh their butts off after they kick our butts when they come in here. So I'm going to boo them.
You boo them.
I'm going to boo them out.
All right, Lance, I got to go.
I love you, man.
Enjoy the day. See you. We'll give away some tickets to go see. He loves. I love you too. By the way, I love you too. We're gonna give away tickets to go see the Alfords come in. They're coming in like 2 weeks, right? We'll give those away today. Hey, did you just get another credit card bill? Maybe you're carrying balances on high-rate store cards from the holidays. You could be saving money with just one payment every month with a balance transfer at Kirtland Federal Credit Union. Who needs multiple credit cards? Unstuff your wallet and move your high-rate balances to the Independence credit card. From Kirtland Federal Credit Union, your rate could be as low as 2.99% APR on the transferred balance for the rest of the year. That's right, as low as 2.99% APR. You must apply by March 31st to get your great rate, so do not wait. Apply today. Head over to www.kirtlandfcu.org to get started. Apply online 24/7 and start saving right away. That's kirtlandfcu.org to transfer those high-rate balances to the low-rate Independence credit card from Kirtland Federal Credit Union. One card, one great rate from Kirtland Federal Credit Union. Kirtland Federal Credit Union, they are more than military. They are, for life, Kirtland Federal Credit Union is an equal housing lender, federally insured by the NCUA.
Sports Animal time is 8:11. Let's take another look at the roads. Looks like we have an accident at Highway 528 and Westside Boulevard. That's looking at some southbound delays. We also have a disabled vehicle on southbound Coors. That's blocking your right turn onto eastbound Paseo, so expect some delays in those areas. And if you do see any other accidents, please give us a call at the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture Outlet and Clearance Center at I-25 in Comanche. From the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center, I'm Micah Turman with your Sports Animal Traffic.
The Sports Bar with Michael and Mike.
I think the favorite part of the sports bar is the insights, the knowledge they pass on. People who've been there, they tell you exactly what's going on.
Finding out what the current events are, what's going on with all sports. You know, we're football and basketball fans, but you guys cover all the sports, and we like that.
The personalities, they are fabulous. Thank you for being there. We can't do without you.
Weekdays at 3, 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
At Westin, their range of wellness offerings like the new Eat Well menu, on-demand workout gear, and signature heavenly bed have all been curated with one thing in mind: you. Explore at Westin.com. Member of Marriott Bonvoy.
Do you need something else to pay for right now? Scott Stigler here for Windsor Door Sales. Cold weather and garage door springs are not a happy couple. This is the time that they break and you have other bills to pay. Windsor Door Sales offers fast repairs and a payment plan with no interest for 1 year. You can qualify online in just a few minutes. Call 345-6604 or visit WindsorDoorSales.com.
Fast, friendly, and efficient. Windsor Door Sales.
Dear Winter, you're back, and I see you brought your friends sleet, snow, ice, and slush with you. Luckily, 2 of my top sled dogs, the Tundra and the Tacoma, are revving to go. They drive with a whole bunch of terrain-tackling, weather-ready features, like active traction control, available 4-wheel drive, and projector beam headlights. And you can get a deal and save a little cold, hard cash, too. Can't wait to chill together. Toyota.
Get 1.9% APR financing for 60 months on a new 2020 Tacoma with $1,748 per $1,000 borrowed. Or get $1,250 cash back on a new Tacoma. Offers end March 2nd. Toyota. Let's go places.
4-wheel traction control and 4-wheel drive mode only. Rear-wheel traction control and 2-wheel drive mode. Excludes TRD Pro and model number 7593. APR on approved credit from Toyota Financial Services. Cashback savings from Toyota Motor Sales USA Inc. Does not include college, grad, and military rebate. Must be applied to the transaction. No cash payment will be made to consumer. Varies by region. See dealer for details. Offers end March 2nd.
Visit Toyota of Santa Fe, Larry H. Miller Toyota Albuquerque, or Larry H. Miller American Toyota. Or for more information, visit Toyota.com. Toyota.
Find the best in traditional Japanese dining when you choose Hibachi One, serving premium fresh sushi made the way you like it by experienced sushi chefs. Hibachi One offers a unique dining experience like no other in Albuquerque. While creating your meal, enjoy the culinary dexterity of the sushi chefs as they prepare your premium steak, chicken, or vegetarian meal right before your eyes on the Teppan Grill. Hibachi One offers catering and private rooms for your next special family event, business meeting, or Valentine's Day. In addition to the Teppan Grill and bar seating, reserve the large private dining room equipped with 46-inch flat-screen TVs and webinar equipment ready. Business or personal, Hibachi One is the ideal place to have your next memorable meal. Stop by 3230 Coors Boulevard Northwest, 1 mile north of I-40, or visit HibachiOneABQ.com.
Go to SportsAnimalABQ.com and click on the Sweet Deals logo. We know you'll be saying sweet.
I'm not a big talker. I am a big doer. But sometimes the only way to solve the problem is to get on the horn and figure it out. So the only people I like talking to? Grainger. With knowledgeable product experts, ready with the answers to my toughest questions, calling Grainger is the one conversation I don't mind having. From machining and motor parts to valves and vacuum pumps. When it comes to solving my problems, Grainger's got my back. Call, click Grainger.com, or stop by to see for yourself. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Albuquerque's Lobo Station, 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
All right, we'll give away some tickets at some point today. Practice? Man, what if we didn't practice, JJ? I mean, where would we be?
What if?
Lancer is the OD answer, says Bad Street. Level basketball should hire IPS to protect the ball from all those turnovers. They only turned it over 6 times last time. Turnovers weren't the problem. Evidently, it was practice.
He practiced before a game, and thus they could not finish said game. Not the fact that they really have only one post player.
Man. No, that has nothing to do with it. Not the fact they're starting to walk on. No. That has nothing to do with it. They practiced. Jeff, JJ, Micah, and Dre Paul on the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal. Also on ProView Networks. You can go to ProViewNetworks.com and watch the show, or go to our Facebook page, the OD in the AM. Dan says, Juan Jose, that's you. Changing teams, question mark? Jeffrey and Micah John. Your name's now Micah John, I guess, because there's got to be a J in it. He says, I like the look of OD co-hosts today in Boise State colors. That's you. It's very Boise State. That's very Boise State. Yeah, right. I find on Broncos. What do they say? Go Broncos.
You know, once you've been to Boise State once, you're in.
You've been there once. No, that's right. Les says season tickets. How can they be up when they aren't even on sale yet? I went to the ticket office and was told to come back in a couple months or August for single game tickets. I don't know. Maybe they're taking deposits or I don't know. And that's why I was told that and I couldn't verify it. So I tried to, but I'm hearing that there are a lot more inquiries and selling tickets. That's all. 505-246-0610. Hello, Brutus. What's happening?
Hey, good morning, guys.
What's up?
Hey, I'm going to title this phone call Hope Springs Eternal, okay?
You're titling your calls?
Well, not only this one. But, Lobo basketball fans down in the dumps, no hope going on. It's hopeless. It apparently is, I guess. But, regarding practice, I saw some good results from those practices against Fresno State. Lobos came out and they played for each other. They played hard, and they had that 17-point lead. Okay, and they little by little they lost it, and yeah, we got to attribute that to Fresno State's big men. Manigault by himself, he really can't get it done against two decent big men. Orlando Robinson's pretty good. I think he's going to be a great player.
That one dude.
The Lobos. There's hope, Lobo fans. There's hope. Okay, what I like to see a change in the lineup. I like to see a change in direction. We don't have Carlton Bragg anymore. Let's go with the 3-guard lineup. Let's go with that 3-guard lineup and get McGee, Martin, and Lyle out there. Of course, you got to have a short leash on Lyle. Can't just let him do whatever the hell he wants. But get a 3-guard lineup going out there, and hopefully Jackson comes back. And Jackson can give us some rebounding. He's shown in the past when he has to, he can rebound. He's a double-digit rebounder, okay, when he wants to. And when he has to, he's a double-digit rebounder. And I think the Lobos could move in that direction and change it up. Of course, for anything positive to happen for the Lobos going forward, he has to be involved, okay? In that Fresno State game, I thought he was in there. He had his head in the game, and I think if he keeps his head in the game, if he has these practices, I thought they looked organized. I thought they looked pretty good against Fresno.
They jumped out to a 17-point lead, right? Maybe that was because, I don't know, they instilled the game plan. They practiced the day before. They started to get used to each other. Brutus, the point is, if they'd have got down 12 at halftime and coach came out, well, we didn't practice yesterday because, well, we're going to give him, we need to give him a break. People would be screaming, how the hell don't you practice before a game, right?
Well, that's it, and in the past that might have been something Mr. Rogers would have done, but hopefully Pauler's moving away from that, and hopefully he's going to be totally involved with his team. He's going to coach the heck out of them the rest of the way. And Lobo fans, there's hope. Lyle's coming back next week. Keep him under control. Once the turnovers start coming, pull him from the game. Take him out.
All right. It's a well titled call, Brutus. Thank you.
Hope springs eternal for Brutus, and there's a lot of Lobo fans out there, 80 years old, going into their 90s, and keep hoping. Hope springs eternal.
One day. All right, man. Good to hear you. Larry says practice is not the issue. My son plays high school basketball, and other than Sundays, they play or practice every day. It's just not a problem. Again, he's not running them through two-a-days and running their nalgasov. He's not. You practice. You know what? What's Troy Lesane doing? They had training on the day before the game, and then they went out and they ran up. That's why United kept giving up those late goals.
Too much practice.
They trained. No, they don't practice. They train. You know that.
Still practice.
That's practice. Too much training. They practice too much. Why did he? What's he doing? It's the middle of the summer and they play once a week. Why is he practicing them the day before the game? That's fair. Come on, man. Really, this is where we've gotten. And it's probably the same people who are telling me that they're soft. Why are they practicing? You guys, this just couldn't have proved my point anymore. Couldn't. Of when you are losing and things are not going well, there is not. And yet you've got to speak 7 times a week in long format. You get your 2 press conferences before each games and your 2 pregame shows and your 2 postgame shows and your Lobo talk. And so that you say so much, but there's not a thing that you can say that's going to be okay for a fan base when you're not winning. And look, I get it. But, man, it makes me feel for these guys. Well, Jeff, they're making a lot of money. Yeah, no, that's right. There's a reason they make a lot of money. They got to put up with a lot of crap. What? Am I totally off?
I really wonder how many people are upset about practice.
It's not just but it's a bigger picture. It's a practice thing. It's about last week was we didn't handle. There's just nothing. There's a nugget every time.
Well, we're going to react to
that.
Yeah. It's what we do.
There's nothing you can say.
Well, but the practice does feel a little rocks water.
Yeah, fair enough. Am I responding to the flow of one?
2?
All right.
As of now, right? An email and a speak up or
fair enough.
Reading.
It just amazes me that there's that thought process out there. It does. All right. 505-246-0610 888-922-0610. You can get in on signing day, which is coming up tomorrow for Lobo football. The NBA trade deadline is fast approaching. That is 2 days away. We can go a bunch of places. You got the Chiefs party, and where's this other email I couldn't find? This one. James wants to talk about the women. Jeff, yesterday I asked why in the world are we starting practice so early when that long ago practice didn't start. And not long ago, it didn't start till Midnight Madness on November 1st, and for the first game wasn't until December 1st. The OD kind of poo-pooed that. But remember, the Lady Lobos also had to go through the grind of going to France over the summer. I think you can see the grind reflected in their tired legs. Okay. Athletes train all year, don't they? Like, that's kind of the thing now. Athletes train all year. Back when you're talking about they didn't train all year, I guess that was good for them.
Better basketball equals less practice.
Okay. Is that 3 now?
That's 3.
All right. I just...
It's growing.
Yeah, I poo-pooed it. I think it's a horrible take. So you're going to tell me that because you practiced in October, that a Wednesday night or a Saturday afternoon game in January or February, it's because you're tired because of that. And by the way, the women who are playing now on that team didn't play a lot of minutes early because 3 of their starters are gone anyway. So the formula is what? Practice for a couple of weeks before the season and then don't practice during the season? Is that what I'm hearing? My mind is just blown, man. My mind is just I don't. Let me give you a little truth. Less practice is the way to go. Here's a little bit of truth for you guys. There's a men's health clinic right here in Albuquerque that can help you feel like you again. New Male is that health clinic. They can help you take care of lack of energy, low T, erectile dysfunction. All you got to do is call them. New Male's helped thousands of men all over the country feel better for years. New Male has been the leader when it comes to men's health. With cutting-edge technology and the latest treatments, New Male's helping men deal with depression and hair loss, ED. Just pick up the phone, call them at 505-652-1688, or visit Newmale, NUMALE.com. Here's a little bit more truth. When men reach a certain age, low T, ED, lack of energy, it's all natural. That doesn't mean you've got to live with it, and it's certainly nothing to be ashamed of. Call New Male at 505-652-1688. The process is comfortable, from the phone call to your first visit to the treatment, and the results are real. Do yourself a favor and take care of you. Call New Male, 505-652-1688, 505-652-1688, or visit newmale.com and feel better.
Sports Animal time is 8.
to create space. He gives it off to Rivas for the three, and he buries it.
Could be coming in soon. Double pick set for Avalos. Goes to the right. Avalos puts it up high. Window. Scores it as foul.
Right here by Lewis all the way, coast to coast, and finish. What a...
Around the screen, against White, step back, it's blocked! JB with the block!
In transition, ahead to hit on for the two-hand hammer.
Minutes to go. They've got a shot. They have a chance, and it's put up, and it's good. What a three that is by Jalen.
4-on-1. Oh, Hidon, I'm sorry. Hidon puts it up.
Rebound, Cowboys. Right side, David Hall. Don't you very much. Here come the Cowboys. Domina Lovato lays it up. Missed it. Hey, how about it? Dunk you, Luscious. Dunk you very much, Raquan Mitchell. Clock at 6. They get it. Barnes Tompkins fires. Yes! Pass up court. This for the win. Blocked by DJ Bustos. Cowboys win. Cowboys win.
The world-famous Laguna Burger is beautifully handcrafted. A burger that's created from certified Angus beef, sinfully cooked to juicy perfection, and garnished with New Mexico's Hatch green chili. Tempt your taste buds with mouth-watering fresh ingredients.
Cut! We're gonna need another Laguna Burger. Try the irresistible, world-famous Laguna Burger. Visit thelagunaburger.com. It's fresh with a kick. Take 32.
Lava Rock Brewing Company, conveniently located on Albuquerque's west side, just south of I-40. You can come on in, enjoy our pizza, pasta, burgers, and more by Matucci's. It's all at Lava Rock. Lava Rock Brewing Company, come on in.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Sports Network. Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
What is glamour? Frailty. What is desire? Diamonds. They say a life lived without passion is hardly worth living.
Ma'am? Ma'am? Ma'am?
Dang, this one made me feel all special.
Get into the game with Garden Swartz Team Sales. They have everything you need, from screen printing, embroidery, and digital printing services. High school level.
All right, so what I'm hearing is work less, don't work as hard, and you'll be better. So is that kind of what I'm hearing? And I know you're going to say, no, work smarter. No. What you're telling me is work less, prepare less.
Less is more.
Okay.
Practice no longer makes perfect.
I wonder if San Diego State practices the day before a game. What?
Fun fact, San Diego State has never held a basketball practice.
Oh! What about Baylor? Kansas practice before games?
No.
They practice during... I'm just asking. Well, Jeff, they're not depleted. Well, they were actually... They had guys suspended, remember? They were down bodies. Well, did they start practicing? Did they go to France? They practice all year long. It's the opening drive. Jeff, JJ, Micah, J. Paul. 505-246-0610, 888-922-0610. Good morning, Michael.
Good morning.
How's it? Did you
good.
practice your call?
Hanging in there. It's life, just...
Yeah. What do you got?
It's kind of what this team is going through. It's kind of everybody goes through a little bit of downtime in life.
Truth.
You just gotta get back to basics when you're going through a hard time. Stay calm.
Practice.
Don't get desperate. Stay positive. Stay calm. I'm trying to stay. We have to stay positive. Not to be critical at this time. I notice fans, when the Lobos are doing bad, they get more critical. It's like we. Well, it seems like Paul says we're not winning very well. That's true. It happened under Fraschilla. Makes me wonder why can't Baylor. These incidents are not that bad here compared to Baylor, and they overcame that. How did they? That Dennehy, Dave Bliss fiasco, and other.
Yeah, it took a while. There's a lot of differences there. There's a lot more money, bigger conference, bigger recruiting base. I mean, this is what's happened here is incomparable to that. You're right.
Like Arizona, also they lost in the first round. They overcame that. We can overcome this. I'm still behind Weir. I don't agree with the practicing too much at this time. I mean,
right.
I don't know what you say. Just
go to work and get it done.
Go with plan B. Go with plan B. You got to have a plan B.
Yeah. All right, man.
Thank you.
Thanks. All right. Yeah.
They're on plan F right now.
Well, this is beyond plan B.
Yeah.
I mean, again, you walked into the season. I don't know. This is what happens when things go down. Like when things aren't going the way you want them to go. Everybody's. By the way, what I tell you, J. Paul, everybody can do. Everybody's a better coach. Everybody's a better AD. Like everybody could run the athletic department better. Everybody could coach better. Well, I wouldn't practice. Oh, really? Okay.
Who knew?
All right, that's fine. Oh, I wouldn't. I mean, okay. It is what it is, man. I think it's wonderful. 505-246-0610, 888-922-0610. Meanwhile, no games midweek. No games midweek for Lobo basketball. They're back at it. Lobos will be men in the pit. What time's that game on Saturday? 4 o'clock over on News Radio, KKOB 96.3. Lobo women in Laradice here on the Sports Animal 1:30 on Saturday afternoon. Back at it. You got Mountain West basketball tonight. You get 3 games tonight, 1 tomorrow. And Aggies will be back at it Thursday, right, for New Mexico State, I believe? Thursday for New Mexico State. Back at it for the Aggies, who are still, by the way, undefeated in WAC play. Chris Jan's got to be Coach of the Year in that league.
I think anyone who coaches New Mexico State
every year,
90% chance to be Coach of the Year.
They'll be on the road. This is that Chicago State UMKC road trip. Too bad they're not Chicago State first. Maybe they'd have been able to go see the parade. Or go to UMKC first. Go see the Chiefs parade. Down on Massachusetts Street, from what I understand. Aggies will be at Chicago State on Thursday, and then at UMKC that's University of Missouri, Kansas City, on Saturday. Still undefeated. And finding a way to get things done. This is an interesting road trip, right? Because at the back end of it, the UMKC piece is certainly the tougher part of that road trip. Chicago State is just scuffling. They're 0-8 in league, 4-19 overall. They're not good.
Scuffling?
They're bad? All right, pick your word. What is it?
Terrible?
Yeah.
Lucky to have a program?
Yeah,
still?
all right, I'll give you all that. Yeah.
Why are they fielding a program is a fair question at this point.
I don't know the answers to why. They're horrible. Scuffling. All right. Well, I mean, the Lobos are scuffling then, right? Is that...
Utah State might have scuffled to start Mountain West play.
Chicago State is what? Just bad?
Yeah.
Reeling? Fair enough. So that's where the Aggies will be first, and then they go see UMKC, who is middle of the road. They are third in the WAC right now, and playing better of late. They've won 3 in a row. They beat Cal Baptist on the road. So the Saturday test is actually going to be a tough one. Don't you think?
Yes, you'd expect that to be a competitive game.
Just like who? They played an interesting schedule. They played Liberty, who was one of the last undefeateds. They played Kansas. They lost all those games. Lost to Oklahoma State, Drake. Have they beaten anybody? George Washington. They beat East Carolina. Isn't that where Joe Dooley is? East Carolina?
Yes.
Oh.
Figure that out.
Oh. Toledo. So beat Seattle.
Chicago State at 4-19 is.
You can't even tell me those teams on their schedule. Like
353 in KenPom.
Out of 354?
353.
Oh, that's dead last?
Is dead last. There is a Kennesaw State is a 1-win team that is somehow ahead of them in the KenPom rankings.
They've lost 13 in a row. 16 of their last 17.
They have 3 more wins than a team that is ranked 2 spots higher than them in KenPom.
Okay,
that's Chicago State.
Good Lord, have mercy. So they've beaten North Park. Sounds like a high school, doesn't it? They've beaten North Park. They didn't win that game. Good Lord, who's JUD? Judson College, North Park. This isn't fair. Like what would they like? Purdue Northwest. They sound like high schools, don't they? Purdue Northwest.
Yes.
North Park. What did I tell you the first one was? Judd Park. What is it? Judson College. That's 3 teams they've beaten. Oh, there's another one in there. SIUE. That's Southern Illinois University Edwardsville.
They pull that one off.
They beat Southern Illinois University Edwardsville by 8. Big second half. They outscored them by 10 the second half to win. It's insane. Yeah, that's maybe the worst program in America, huh?
Yes. It is the worst program in America.
Dang. All right, well, that's what's next. 505-246-0610, 888-922-0610. You want to give away those tickets? Go see Lobos in Nevada. Micah, you got 4 tickets?
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm up
All right,
for it.
we got 4 tickets. Lobos in Nevada. It's in 2 weeks. It's in the pit. Caller number
6. Lucky
right
caller number 6.
Right now, 505-246-0610. That's area code 505. 246-0610. If you are caller number 6, you will win 4 tickets to go see UNM in Nevada play in the pit. That's Steve Alford's return, courtesy of your good friend Micah. Oh, yeah, buddy, you got to press the mic.
Yeah, buddy.
Oh,
I hit the wrong button.
Yeah, I know. I saw that. I saw your voice, your lips moving, but no voice. On the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
Sports Animal time is 8:41. Let's take our final look at the roads. Looks like we're still seeing some delays from a disabled vehicle on southbound Coors blocking your right turn lane onto eastbound Paseo. We also have I-40 westbound Cedillo Hill down to 1 lane. And if you do see any other accidents, please give us a call at the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture Outlet and Clearance Center at I-25 in Comanche. From the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center, I'm Micah Turman with your Sports Animal Traffic.
This is Boomer Esiason with the CBS Sports Minute. Chiefs running back Damian Williams delivered a standout, some would argue a Super Bowl MVP caliber performance with 133 total yards and 2 fourth-quarter scores. What impressed me more was his post-game act of friendship. Williams raced into the 49ers tunnel to seek out and console his San Francisco counterpart Raheem Mostert. I know what it meant to him and to me to be undrafted. Williams explained on NFL Network he went through 7 teams. I don't think you ever heard of 2 undrafted guys coming into this game as a starter. We talked all the time throughout the year. It was nothing new like, I'm just going to come holler at you now because we're on the same stage. No, that's my friend, and at the end of the day, I'm making sure he's good. This is a tough loss. Now, I can concur with that, and it's good to hear that there are friends on opposite teams these days. That's what I call real class. I'm Boomer Esiason.
Head clogged with sinus pressure, congestion, and a stuffy nose? The worst. But you can get fast relief from Vicks Sinex nasal spray. It works in seconds and lasts for 12 hours. 12 hours. So breathe freely, fast with Vicks Sinex. Use as directed.
Family is big around here. We're family-owned, family-operated, family-managed. And that means legacy. That means dependability. That means using Grainger. With over 1.5 million products and knowledgeable product experts, Grainger has whatever we need. And with same-day pickup and next-day delivery options, they have it whenever we need it. For over 90 years, businesses like ours have trusted Grainger. Because, like family, Grainger's got our back. Call, click Grainger.com, or stop by to see for yourself. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Bundle home and auto with Farmers Insurance, and you could save an average of 20%. Mic drop. The mic's covered. Call 1-800-FARMERS to get a quote today.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Reported 2018 nationwide average savings underwritten by Farmers Truck Fire Insurance Exchanges and Affiliates. Products not available in every state.
What you gotta do is give me some money, okay?
Get your share of free money. Your chance to win just by listening and texting. Listen for the national keyword at 8 a.m., 11 a.m., 2 p.m., and 4 p.m. When you hear it, text the national keyword to 95819, and you could win $1,000. It's that easy. You're listening anyway. You love to text, and you like getting paid. We can't make it any easier than that. For complete rules and information, visit our website, sportsanimalabq.com. Free money. Free money. 95.9 FM and AM 610, The Sports Animal.
If you haven't quoted Allstate lately, it's the perfect time. Now Allstate has new lower auto rates. You can get the same high-quality coverage and hands-on expertise now at new lower rates. Call a local Allstate agent and get a quote now.
Because lives matter, results matter. $12.5 million settlement for a Glasheen, Vaez, and Inderman injury lawyer's client, resulting from a wrongful death company vehicle wreck. Call Glasheen, Vaez, and Inderman, 243-7200.
Find the best in traditional Japanese dining when you choose Hibachi One, serving premium fresh sushi made the way you like it by experienced sushi chefs. Hibachi One offers a unique dining experience like no other in Albuquerque. While creating your meal, enjoy the culinary dexterity of the sushi chefs as they prepare your premium steak, chicken, or vegetarian meal right before your eyes on the Teppan Grill. Hibachi One offers catering and private rooms for your next special family event, business meeting, or Valentine's Day. In addition to the Teppan Grill and bar seating, reserve the large private dining room equipped with 46-inch flat-screen TVs and webinar equipment ready. Business or personal, Hibachi One is the ideal place to have your next memorable meal. Stop by 3230 Coors Boulevard Northwest, 1 mile north of I-40, or visit hibachi1abq.com.
Go to sportsanimalabq.com and click on the Sweet Deals logo. We know you'll be saying sweet.
Lobo Men's Basketball returns to Dreamstyle Arena The Pit on Saturday, February 8th, when it hosts Conference Bowl Wyoming for this year's Black History Month celebration basketball game. Be there as the Lobos continue to fight for the conference championship and defend the Pit. Tickets start as low as $15. Get your tickets today by visiting golobos.com/tickets or by calling 505-925-LOBO. We'll see you at Dreamstyle Arena on Saturday, February 8th at 4 p.m. Go Lobos!
To call yourself an explorer, you should possess a few essential qualities, like a yearning for adventure and back massages from available multi-contour front seats with 5 active motion massage themes, and an available 980-watt 14-speaker B&O sound system by Bang & Olufsen, and an available heated leather-wrapped steering wheel with paddle shifters. The 2020 Ford Explorer, completely redesigned and more comfortable than ever. It's the greatest exploration vehicle of all time.
This human resources professional is crushing it, thanks to Kronos. And this is his hype song.
I've got HR, payroll, talent, and time.
I'm on the top, I'm gonna rise up. Now we are
engaging all the best people.
blast off to the front of the field. This is
Kronos, HR solutions for the modern workforce. Learn more at kronos.com/HR swagger.
Catch the Sports Bar with Michael Carlisle and Mike Trujillo. Local talk today at 3, 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
All right, maybe I got the solution for the Niners. Did you give away those tickets, by the way?
I did.
All right. Who won them?
Dominic.
Oh, yeah, Dominic. Hey, we got a sweet deal for you going live on our website, sportsanimalabq.com. Coming up in 12 minutes, 11 and a half minutes, actually. Go to 9 o'clock, go to our website, sportsanimalabq.com. Click on the sweet deal icon. And for just $25, you will get a $50 gift certificate to Hibachi One. If you're looking for a great spot for a first date, a business meeting, Hibachi One can accommodate everyone. They are rated excellent on Yelp and TripAdvisor. You can go and enjoy their world-class sushi chefs as you enjoy your meal prepared for you right before your eyes on that teppanyaki grill, serving Japanese favorites, including that fresh premium sushi. It's a steakhouse, a Japanese steakhouse, 1 mile north of I-40 on Coors Northwest. They provide an outstanding menu with fresh, premium meats and vegetables at affordable prices, and they've got lunch specials every day. Go enjoy your next family event with their family in their tranquil environment in a traditional Japanese steakhouse setting. They're perfect for your next business meeting. They got private rooms complete with 46-inch flat screen TVs, and they're webinar-ready. Hibachi One also has tatami rooms for a more traditional Japanese dining experience. It's your sweet deal. It's live on our website, sportsanimalabq.com. Click on the sweet deal icon right at 9 o'clock. Jeff Siembieda, JJ Buck, Micah, J. Paul. There's some snow, J. Paul. A little snow outside, JJ Buck.
Love it.
Yeah.
Flurries.
All right, so I was just over in the sales pit, and Niner fan. Just still bitter, and if the Chiefs would have been nervous if the Niners had a quarterback and they got the ball back, and yeah, you're right. So here's the deal: everybody wins. You got a team that's ready. They're just a quarterback away. They got a great running game. They got weapons, an elite defense. Jimmy G for Tommy, straight up. Sign him. Send Tommy home to the Bay Area, can finish out 2 more years and play in the Bay Area for the Niners, his hometown team, and Belichick can have Jimmy G back.
It's a win-win.
Everybody wins. You're thinking about it, aren't you? I mean, it's a stupid trade, but you're thinking about it.
It makes you scratch your head, that's
right?
for sure.
If the Niners have everything but, because if Tommy was on the other side, just say the Chiefs score that touchdown, it's 24-20, and the Niners get the ball back. If Tommy was that quarterback, you'd have gone, oh. Because I didn't think Jimmy G was going to come back and win that.
Do you realize this game was decided by a Chris Jones pass breakup? Like, everyone is looking at the third down throw to Emmanuel.
I'll give you that, yeah.
Chris Jones doesn't break up the pass. That's a first down throw on second down to George Kittle. He's wide open.
Yeah, he was wide open, yeah.
But yeah, all of a sudden, Jimmy G can't play quarterback.
Jimmy G.
He's not good enough.
Not good
They
enough.
didn't trust
Shanahan
him. Yes, at
blew
the
it.
end of the second quarter, it was poor clock management. They were not confident at that moment in time. But when they asked him to make the throw, it was a defensive lineman's hand that knocked it down. It wasn't a bad throw. It wasn't in the traffic. It wasn't
It was
an
a good
interception.
defensive play.
It was knocked down at the line of scrimmage.
So it's funny you bring that up, the end of the first half. Because I said yesterday, what did I tell you, right? The thought process is, what if they pin us? and we go 3 and out, they still have 2 timeouts. They're going to get the ball back and probably kick a field goal. And Carlisle brought that up yesterday and gave the Dan Patrick show credit. Well, you know what I heard on Dan Patrick? What, he doesn't listen to our show either? But Carlisle gave all the credit. Didn't I say that on this show yesterday morning? The thought process had to be if they pin them, and they almost did, back at the 2-yard line, and you run the ball, go 3 and out, then Kansas City gets the ball. That's got to be the thought process. I still disagree with the thought process because if you're in the Super Bowl and you have an opportunity to get the ball back with 1:40-something to go, you've got to trust your quarterback enough to get you down the field, to get you, no matter who you are in the Super Bowl, you've got to trust your quarterback enough to go get you points when you can get points. So I still disagree with the thought process, although I understand what the thought process was. But you're right. That was a pass break. And by the way, then they're moving down the field. I mean, that's a first down. I don't know if that doesn't guarantee you're getting in the end zone. That was a first down.
But they didn't need to at that point. They still had the lead.
Yeah.
And that was the whole point of closing out the game. I think you can question a play calling, but I'm not on board with this. They dramatically shifted everything, and why would you do that? You're running at whatever yard per clip. Like, you still have to make a throw. And that was the moment, and it was batted down at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah. You know who's getting drilled more than Jimmy G is Shanahan. That I've seen it, and it's because in the stories I've seen.
Number 2. It's the second Super Bowl that they lost in the second half. Now, it's not as dramatic as what occurred when he's the offensive.
But he wasn't the head coach then. He's the head coach now.
1 minute.
What do you mean?
When he was in Atlanta, he wasn't the head coach.
Yeah, it was offensive coordinator. He was calling the plays.
Yeah,
and it was all on him.
He was calling. Yeah, it was. Yes,
just like it was this past weekend.
Yes.
No, I mean, it wasn't as dramatic of a collapse.
Correct.
Being a 10-point game, and the Chiefs scoring 2 touchdowns even in 6 minutes is nothing, as they scored 3 and 5.
Tommy for Jimmy G. What do you think? Niner fan?
30.
Belichick can have Jimmy G back. You can get him back into the draft. You can get a quarterback, or you can sign a free agent. And you have Tommy for the next 2 years to go win Super Bowls. Huh? It's the opening drive, Jeff, JJ, Micah, Dripple. Kikoa. Iwani on 95.9 FM and AM 610 The Sports Animal.
The world-famous Laguna Burger is beautifully handcrafted. A burger that's created from certified Angus beef, sinfully cooked to juicy perfection, and garnished with New Mexico's Hatch green chili. Tempt your taste buds with mouth-watering fresh ingredients.
Cut! We're gonna need another Laguna Burger. Try the irresistible, world-famous Laguna Burger. Visit thelagunaburger.com. It's fresh with a kick. Take 32.
Lava Rock Brewing Company, conveniently located on Albuquerque's west side, just south of I-40. You can come on in, enjoy our pizza, pasta, burgers, and more by Matucci's. It's all at Lava Rock. Lava Rock Brewing Company. Come on in.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number 1. Cover it with green stuff, 1 scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Sports Network. Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
What is glamour? Frailty. What is desire? Diamonds. They say a life lived without passion is hardly worth living.
Ma'am? Ma'am? Ma'am?
Dang, this one made me feel all special.
Get into the game with Garden Swartz Team Sales. They have everything you need, from screen printing, embroidery, and digital printing services, high school letterman jackets, and all high school and club uniforms and individual and team apparel with the most reliable brands like Speedline, Rollins, and Wilson. And don't forget to check out the latest F7 Shut helmet. It's all at Garden Swartz Team Sales. Give them a call, 505-884-1234. Garden Swartz Team Sales.
The Lascombe family has been growing and crafting wine in New Mexico since 1981. Formerly known as St. Clair Winery, we're going back to our roots and honoring our founders, Danielle and Hervé Lascombe. Today, our D.H. Lascombe Winery and Bistro locations continue to deliver the exceptional wine and food experience you've come to expect from the Lascombe family. Visit us and enjoy a culmination of our 6th-generation winemaking legacy and unique, perfectly paired foods. D.H. Lascombe Winery and Bistro.
The New Mexico High School Coaches Association, established in 1941, is an organization of New Mexico's best and most professional interscholastic coaches. Coaches across work daily to help our student athletes excel in the classroom, on the field of play, and in our communities. Students that participate in interscholastic activities attain higher grades, higher graduation rates, and higher wages. Responsible for the North-South All-Star Games, statewide Coaches Award Program, and providing multiple professional development opportunities for New Mexico's coaches. Be a great coach by coaching beyond the game.
Folks, there's no other way but to be all in. Either he's Lord of all or he is not Lord at all. And you can experience the real and authentic, true life change that only God can provide to humanity. See, when we truly encounter Jesus and purpose to know him and follow his teachings, hashtag life change will occur.
Sadie's is a proud supporter of New Mexico high school sports and athletics, and we here at ProView Networks would like to thank Sadie's for their continued support in helping us bring you all of your New Mexico high school sports.
Well, as Chiefs fans still are basking in the glow of winning their first Super Bowl in 50 years, and the parade will be tomorrow in Missouri, I believe, right? Kansas City's in Missouri, right?
Start in Missouri and end in Kansas.
Maybe they'll go, multi-state and cross the state line. Still take your Super Bowl thoughts. It's the opening drive. Jeff, JJ, Micah, and Ray Paul, and it's snowing. So I told you I didn't really watch. I didn't get to see the commercial. I don't know where you guys are with commercials and production and all that stuff. You had mentioned this to me yesterday, and I went home with Addie yesterday, and we kind of watched. We skipped through the game and watched all the other stuff. The intro with the boy who was running across America with the football. And take it to the house, kid. And with all the Hall of Famers from Jim Brown to Barry Sanders to Steve Young to just name it. There was Drew Brees and Alvin Kamara running through New Orleans, and that was awesome. That was you told me about that. I hadn't seen it and went back, and then it plays into live that kid with kids wearing one for every team in the league a jersey. That was he comes in and delivers the ball to the head referee, and that was terrific. Whoever came up with that, shake somebody's hand. And J. Paul, my favorite moment in that was when Jimmy Garoppolo, they were out coming out of the hotel, and there's Brady and Montana, and Jimmy Garoppolo's carrying the bags. Says, take the bags over there. Did you tip him?
That was a good one.
I'll give him a tip. Like, it was awesome. It was that was when you told me that yesterday, I didn't see that was awesome. That was terrific. The commercials were a little underwhelming. I did have a favorite. I think the what did they do before Alexa one was my favorite. I know a lot of people won't like it just simply because it's Ellen DeGeneres. I won't like anything Ellen's in, but it was funny.
I like the TurboTax one where they were like doing
the knees. Yeah, that was really good. Yeah, that was a really good one too. I like that. Then there were a few cute ones. Post Malone. What was that one for? It was for Bud Light Seltzer.
Yeah, Bud Light.
Yeah, I can afford to buy both after he destroyed the convenience store.
Right.
Yeah, that was good. All right, 2460610. So what do you think? You been thinking about it? Tommy for Jimmy G?
I think it's very intriguing.
So who would initiate that? First of all, the Patriots would have to Tommy would have to agree to be signed, to trade. But if you're the Patriots, do you even entertain that? Belichick would.
Oh, the Patriots.
Belichick would.
Bill Belichick
would Tommy
would
or would Bob Kraft?
Robert Kraft would be the one you'd have to convince. And talking to Kyle Shanahan, I wonder what his true feelings are on Jimmy Garoppolo.
Yeah, I wonder too.
Because we all know the hierarchy of quarterbacking in the league. We can see it. But I'm really finding it hard to just sit here and say that was all on Jimmy G.
It wasn't all on Jimmy G. It wasn't.
But that's where it's going. And yeah, it's Kyle Shanahan and the play calling and Jimmy to make the throw. He was not able to make one championship throw in the fourth quarter. That is real, and you can't deny that because he did not make the play. But for all the questions, you had a team that was in the Super Bowl up 10 and couldn't finish.
So
it's on everyone, and ultimately it goes to the quarterback and coach because they have the records attached to them. But what are we judging Jimmy G by? The guy that is across the field from him, because no one matches him right now.
That's correct.
There's no one in this league close to Patrick Mahomes. Even the NFL MVP. I love Lamar Jackson. I think he's fun. Mahomes is still better than he is.
Correct.
And a tremendous difference maker.
So for the record, if I'm the Niners, I would not make this trade. Okay? I don't think Tom Brady's going to go anywhere, by the way, and make this happen. I think Tom Brady's going to go first of all, I think he's staying with New England. Secondly, if he goes somewhere, it's going to be the Raiders or the Chargers, I believe. And I think he's going to finish out like Joe Namath with the Rams and Johnny Unitas with the Chargers. That's my feeling. And I've got a young quarterback who I got to believe is going to get better. Like, Jimmy's going to be a good quarterback. I don't think Jimmy's elite. I've told you that. I'm not sold on him.
Well,
I think he's a nice quarterback. No, you're right. Pat Mahomes is elite. I'll even put Lamar Jackson on the way to being elite. Breeze, Rodgers, and Brady have been elite. Roethlisberger's been elite. You got to decide if you think Russell Wilson's in that category. I think he's good enough on that team. First of all, he was good enough to get to the Super Bowl. And at some point, I think he's still young, by the way. It's his second year starting, right? I wouldn't make that. Like, if I'm the Niners, I commit to this. I'm committed and I stay there because Tom Brady's not a better solution long term. And I don't even know that I think Tom Brady's a better solution right now.
Even going into next year.
I agree with you.
And that's the thing in this conversation is, like, we all see it. We know Jimmy G might have some limitations. Maybe you don't want to put it all on him. Quarterbacks in this league are there right now, where you're like, that's who we're going to win the game with. It's Mahomes, and then
Wilson, Rodgers, Breeze.
Russell Wilson. I think Deshaun Watson's still that dude.
Okay. Jackson.
Rodgers. Drew Brees is not that guy anymore.
If Drew Brees would have – I still put him there.
Like, Drew Brees is good.
I still put him there.
But then also, who beat Drew Brees in New Orleans?
No, I get it.
The guy no one thinks can play, Jimmy Garoppolo.
I still, if you're going to tell me, put a quarterback in that situation, who would you fear? I would still say Drew Brees.
You're going to fear Drew Brees.
Yes.
More so than Jimmy Garoppolo.
Yeah. But I would still put him in that category with who do I want to have the ball? Rodgers, Wilson, Mahomes. Brees is still in that conversation to me. Wayne, good morning.
Hey, good morning, guys. My favorite Super Bowl commercial is definitely Bill Murray and the Groundhog Days.
How did I miss that? Where was that? I heard about it. I didn't see it. Where the hell was that? I missed it. What was he selling me?
Oh, my God, I'm having a hard time hearing you.
Cheap?
I do want to chime in, though, on just Kyle Shanahan itself, because people kind of already writing him off because he's had two kind of bad outings in the Super Bowl as far as losing some leads as a coordinator and now as a head coach. But look at Andy Reid. Andy Reid didn't even make it to the Super Bowl until like almost 10, 15 years into his season, and when he went, he lost as well. So you can't knock people off. I mean, if you're consistent with what you do, at least he made it to the Super Bowl and kind of got there. I'm not a big Kyle Shanahan supporter, but I am a supporter of new and upcoming coaches. And I think you have to people are going to have their flaws, and yes, you're going to give up leads and things are going to not go your way. But if you continue to evolve it and continue with it, then you're going to be successful. And eventually you'll be endeared by others if you are consistent with it, even if you are not winning. I mean, so many people said, well, I'm so glad Andy Reid got it. You know why they're so glad he got it? Is because he stuck with it, even though he wasn't winning. And some people just give up before that. So for someone to have that much fortitude, I don't think we should knock off a guy who made it a few times. But I do like the fact that they are I do like that they had a female coach, but that's another story in itself, because for people like me who never played the NFL, who would love to coach in the NFL, it shows opportunities. It only opens those doors for females, but I think it opens the door for other people who also have the mindset to coach, but maybe never been at that level to play. So I just had to chime in on that, and I guess hope you guys have a good day.
Great stuff. No, it's a really good point. It's a really good point, don't you think? Andy Reid, I mean, was taking it and taking heat and getting drilled, and he finally won a Super Bowl, and now all of a sudden he's a Hall of Famer. Well, I think he was a Hall of Famer before.
I think he was a Hall of Famer anyway.
I do too. Kyle Shanahan, look, let's be frank with Kyle Shanahan. He's a damn good coach.
He's a very good coach.
He's an innovator. He sees talent. He's a damn good coach. You can whenever you don't win. This is back to the conversation we were having earlier. When you don't win, there's nothing you can say. When you don't win, there's something to pick apart because the other team didn't beat you. You lost. That's what the critics say. He's a damn good coach that turned a team from 4-12 to a Super Bowl team that was right there in the fourth quarter.
Okay, what's the difference? And Jimmy Garoppolo is, I think, the guy that's just like he's better than average. Like you're going to compete. He can make some plays. We understand the limitations. He's the difference. He was hurt last year.
Yeah.
They get Jimmy Garoppolo back.
And they went to the Super Bowl. Yeah.
There's a lot of talent.
Well, okay.
That team from top to bottom was more talented than Kansas City. People would say that. No. Outside of the quarterback position, which was the ultimate difference maker. So that's why you're having this discussion of San Francisco is who's going to be that guy. And I'm always one where you have to be thinking, even if you think you're set as a franchise in professional sports, you always have to be like, how do we get better? It's the Alex Smith to Patrick Mahomes conversation. You always got to be prepared. But right now, where San Francisco sits, one of the free agents, I don't think is necessarily better for them.
No, this is their quarterback. I'm telling you, they stick with this quarterback and he gets better. He's still a relatively, he's a young quarterback who was in his second season of starting. And really his first, right? Because he came over, he started half that season when he got traded. He got hurt for the majority of last season. This was his first full season starting. I stick with him.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I'm just saying what are we comparing him to? Because if you're comparing him to the guy on the other side of the field, no one is winning that. Okay. But for this franchise, when you look at who has won Super Bowls, San Francisco can't. I think this is a team that can be what Baltimore was when they won Joe Flacco. All you need is a moment. And if you get good enough.
And you damn near had that moment. To your point, you were a deflected pass away from having that moment. I agree with you. I think Jimmy Garoppolo is good enough around that team to win a Super Bowl, as was Joe Flacco around that team.
Now, is there a wow factor? We'll see.
Well, he's
how
really
that
handsome.
Plays out. Maybe someone falls to them and they're like, oh my gosh, this is an opportunity we can't pass up. But for San Francisco, as they own it, Kyle Shanahan, that's rough. That's 2 Super Bowls that slipped away with his fingerprints all over them. And that's going to be a part of his career. But I think for the 49ers, even with Jimmy G and all the questions people are bringing up, they're still in a really good spot. Yes, it's a tough division. Seattle is going to be right there on the hills, just like they were this year. They were one play away.
Are the Rams
you can question that the flag, I think the Rams will be fine. They'll be a good football team next year, so it's going to be incredibly challenging to get back. But outside of the quarterback position, they're exactly where you want to be as as a franchise right now.
They've got
they
young,
great
serviceable
synergy between the front office, the coaching staff. They're picking a ton of talent.
I don't make the trade. Yeah. I've listened to it. I think it's intriguing. Oh, Tommy for Jimmy and everybody wins, but no. Opening drive, 95.9 FM and AM 670 Sports Animal.
The Dan Patrick Show.
We all fall into this trap. Well, they got to get Brady some weapons. Didn't they do that the last couple of years where they went out and got a wide receiver, first-round draft pick, N'Keal Harry? They traded for Mohamed Sanu. Edelman had his issues this year, but they have gone out and tried to get talent. Maybe the blame should be on Bill Belichick, too.
The Dan Patrick Show. Weekdays at 1, 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
Texting enrolls you into reoccurring automated text messages. Message and data rates may apply.
Come on, one more rep. You got this. 10. There it is. Nice work, man. You're a beast.
Thanks, man. I feel better than I have in years. And I got to tell you, taking Nugenix makes a huge difference for me.
Nugenix? That's the testosterone booster with TV ads with Frank Thomas. The big hurt, right?
Oh, yeah. This is a legit product. The key ingredient is Testofen, which helps boost free testosterone levels and increase lean muscle mass.
Well, it's clearly working for you. Hey, are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try for themselves?
Yeah, Nugenix is a great way to increase.
I just watched that Groundhog Day commercial. It was pretty solid.
I need to get a complimentary bottle of Nugenix.
No problem. You just got to send them a text. Text STREAK to 321-321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix, the #1 selling free testosterone booster at GNC. Nugenix samples are not available in stores, so text STREAK to 321-321 right now. Text STREAK to 321-321. That's STREAK to 321-321.
Night Ranger, live in concert, playing all their hits, plus deep cuts from their catalog. Night Ranger, live. Friday, April 3rd, 8 p.m., the all-new Isleta Casino Showroom. Reserve seat tickets on sale now at the Isleta box office or Isleta.com. Do not miss Night Ranger, live. Isleta Resort and Casino, where the fun begins.
Are you hungry? I'm hungry. I get hungry all the time, which is why I love our Foodie Sweet Deals. This week, it's one of your favorites and mine, the Elephant Bar. Elephant Bar Restaurant in ABQ Uptown is a scratch kitchen with craft cocktails delivered with genuine hospitality. Hey, and if you haven't heard about their midday mix and match menu, you get your choice of 2 items for $10. Also, they now serve brunch on the weekends with handcrafted Bloody Marys, mimosas, and a gourmet twist of your favorite items. Plus, Elephant Bar has a full sports bar and happy hour going on weekdays 3 to 7 p.m. and every day 9 p.m. to close. They've got a special extended happy hour on Tuesdays from 3 p.m. to close, and this Valentine's Day, Elephant Bar is going to be featuring a sparkling wine special of the Conundrum Blanc de Blanc for $20 a bottle, and they're also featuring a 6-ounce lobster tail available to add on. And for Valentine's Day, reservations are always encouraged. Don't miss our sweet deal this week, $50 in Elephant Bar gift certificates for just $25.
Go to sportsanimalabq.com and click on the Sweet Deals logo. We know you'll be saying sweet.
Valentine's Day is Friday, February 14th. Say I love you early with flowers from People's Flowers. People's Flowers carries a stunning selection of classic, fresh-cut roses, as well as a variety of beautiful floral arrangements. Place your order early and have your arrangement delivered early, so your loved one can enjoy them all through the holiday. Shop in store or at any of People's Flowers' 5 locations. People's delivers locally or around the world. Flowers say it all. People's makes the difference.
For years, Ben Lucero and Indigo Mortgage has been telling you when you need a mortgage loan, shop around even if it means you get an offer from the competition. Michael Carlisle here. A recent study shows first-time home buyers are the most likely to shop around, but they rely heavily on big internet lenders. That's a bad move because those internet lenders are notorious for taking advantage of first-time home buyers and anyone looking for a loan who isn't getting multiple offers. If you shop around, you're likely to save thousands of dollars in unnecessary points and fees. Just recently, Indigo Mortgage has heard from 5 different borrowers who got hooked up with that lender that rhymes with pocket. In all 5 cases, Indigo Mortgage was able to get a rate a quarter to a half point lower and saved up to $4,000 in fees. When you shop, make sure you do it with a local lender you can trust. That's Indigo Mortgage. Call them at 836-5700 or visit them at indigomortgage.net. Nobody cares more about your mortgage loan than Ben Lucero and his team at Indigo Mortgage, 836-5700.
NMLS 188348.
Things aren't great, and she knows it. But you're not alone. You may be one of the millions of men suffering from low testosterone and/or erectile dysfunction. If you're fatigued, having trouble losing weight, are irritable, or even depressed, or more concerning, having difficulty obtaining or maintaining an erection, we should talk, because there's hope. At New Mel Medical Center, we decided it was time to give men real solutions to their most real problems, centered around face-to-face, confidential, comprehensive, compassionate, and personalized care. With our individually effective ED treatments, cutting-edge testosterone replacement therapies, and our never-ending drive to help men feel like themselves again, we know great mornings are just around the corner.
For great mornings, call New Male Medical at 505-652-1688. That's 505-652-1688. Or visit them at newmale.com. That's NUMALE.com.
Catch the Sports Bar with Michael Carlisle and Mike Trujillo. Local talk today at 3, 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
All right, Wayne's right. The Bill Murray groundhog spot is awesome for the Jeep. That was terrific. Bill Murray, you can't lose with Bill Murray, right? You like Bill Murray, Micah?
Oh, I love Bill Murray.
See, and the old people like Bill Murray. Old people like him. Like, remember back in the 70s when he was on Saturday Night Live.
Ghostbusters.
Yeah, original Ghostbusters. Like, he's multi-generational. You can't lose. There's not a lot of those guys and ladies. You can't lose with Bill Murray. Molly Ringwald was in a commercial.
The avocado one.
The avocado one was at it. I'm like, that's Molly Ringwald? Like, I had to go back and go, whoa, really? Didn't recognize Molly Ringwald. What? It's been a while since 16 Candles.
Been a while.
Been a minute, as the kids like to say. 505-246-0610. Jeff, JJ, Micah, and Trey Pohl. He's on producing on the ProView Network. If you didn't know, our show is simulcast every single day. You can watch the show. Comcast Channel 26 around the state of New Mexico. Go to our Facebook page, the OD and the AM, or go to ProViewNetworks.com. Bad Street says, powerful call from Michael. Jeff, today he was Hurricane Michael. I promise he did not practice that call. Fair enough. Probably not. This is from Sid. It says, JJ, Lobos need to look at preparing for a very late run in the Mountain West Conference Tournament. The remaining games need to be looked at as a preparation for that. Lobos still need to play at least 8 guys to prepare for the 4 games they would have to win to punch their ticket to the NCAA berth. That's 4 games, he said. With no brag, I say change it up and go with a 3-guard lineup and shoot more threes. Lobos need the 3-point shot to loosen up the inside. Manigault, Jackson, Martin, McGee, and Lyle. Mix in a lot of McQuatch, Hendricks, and Quatch, and keep the team fresh. Each one of these guys can provide a spark coming off the bench. McQuatch is pressing as a starter right now. Sent from my iPad, Sid. So he says you're starting.
Got an iPad?
It might be a different Sid, dude. Because that Sid didn't used to. Well, it could be though. I mean, I honestly don't know. Then again, the email says Pat and Brutus on it. How many Brutuses are there? 22-ounce Brutus. It's got to be each one of these. There's like 3 incarnations of Brutus. Anyway.
Or
it's all the same.
It could just be one person.
That's right.
That's all spelled differently.
Dictating our entire show.
It's exactly
via email.
Exactly right. You want your own show on Saturdays? So he says Lyle, McGee, and Martin in the backcourt, Jackson, Manigault up front, and bring McQuatch and Hendricks off the bench. You like that?
I'm not opposed to that.
Okay.
How would Malwatch not be pressing?
Sure.
Like, he has to do more.
Well, you're
he
thrusting
just
into a
can't
role,
be
right.
the classic glue guy, the bridge. When you're down that many players, he has to be more aggressive. Maybe, and that's why his percentages haven't been great. You look at the last 4 games. Anyways, 4 of 7 from the field for San Jose State, 1 of 8 Nevada, 3 of 13 San Diego State, 5 of 11 Fresno State. You know that's not really his game. It's catch and shoot threes, drive to the basket, do a little bit.
Well, and there's been so much put on him. You know, McQuatch needs to step up and score more. And they need more McQuatch. Malwatch to step up and score. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And he, to your point, he's a role guy. He's a glue guy. He does a lot of things
very
really
good at what he does.
That's right. But I don't know that he's going to be your leading scorer. In fact, I'm pretty certain he's not going to be. And that's where that is. Lynn says, no WBI, Jeff. If the Lady Lobos don't win it all in Vegas, I hope they don't try to buy their way into one of these pay-to-play tournaments. I'm ready for the season to be over. All right. I don't even know that what's their record? They're hovering at 500 right now, right? Overall, they're like 3-8 in conference. We tend to think, oh, yeah, we're going to go to the NIT or the WBI. I don't even know that you're going to get an invite for that. Now, I know the WBI certainly likes home crowds. They're 12-12, right? I mean, don't you at least have to have a winning record to get invited to the WBI?
I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't either.
It seems like if you want to pay, you can play.
Yeah, I'm right there with you, by the way, Lynn. I don't know what you're going to gain out of doing that, and that's probably going to be the mindset when it comes to that. I think the bigger question is going to be the Lobo men. Do you want to go the postseason? Because you're going to be right around 20 and 12-ish, 20 and 13-ish, right?
I think the only postseason play for both these teams would be winning in Las Vegas.
So here's the conversation. You haven't been to the postseason in how many years? And you're going to hear about how, well, remember when Nevada won the CBI or the whatever, the what's the other one? CIT, whatever. They won one of them. The CBI. I think they won the CBI. And then they played that, and the next year they went to the Sweet 16 or 2 years later. And that's how programs – but those are for young teams. Those are for teams that you get a lot of playing time for young players. I don't know that that's what this team is, but you're going to be in that boat. What do you mean, Jeff? I mean, the NIT. No. I just don't see where you're getting an invite to the NIT.
To me, it's not necessarily about where you're at. It's just, do you want to play?
Well, that's right. No, that's exactly right.
Like, does your fan base want to show up? Not necessarily about an extra practice or young
Stop
players
it with the practice, JJ.
Getting playing time. It's if you struggle to end the season, no one's going to want to go watch you play in any of those tournaments.
Yeah. It's interesting. It's because I do believe that conversation. Now, Eddie's said before it's NCAA, NIT, or nothing, right? I'm pretty sure that they've said that. But that's the bucket if you don't win 4 games in Vegas that you're going to find yourself in, don't you think?
And when Nevada went to the CBI,
yeah,
the team they had next year, none of those guys were on that team.
So that argument's garbage. Yeah,
it had nothing to do with it. That was Cam Oliver who went pro after his freshman year, and he was going to be so good. He went undrafted, and now he's bouncing. He's
really
G League guy.
Boy, I thought he was going to be good. He came out a year early, didn't he?
He came
too
out
early for too early for him.
He was going to be a force in this conference. But you look at that Nevada team that went on the run the CBI. The only player that stuck around was Lindsey Drew,
and he's still there.
And then the next year it was, here's a bunch of our transfers coming in.
And then Lindsey Drew got hurt.
Yeah,
and he's been around forever.
So that CBI run had nothing to do with
who'd they beat, like
players.
Stetson or something in the finals, or one of those MEAC schools, right? Like,
yeah, because it was. So this was 2015, 2016.
Okay,
it was Eric Musselman's first year.
That's right.
They went 24-14.
Okay.
And CBI, they beat Montana, Eastern Washington, Vermont, and then beat Morehead State.
Oh, that's right. The 2 out of 3 they beat Morehead State. So it was who is it? Montana, Eastern Washington,
Vermont, Morehead State.
Wow. I mean, would Lobo fan get excited about that? They'd be pissed off if they were playing those teams in November, let alone in March, right? Yeah, I just don't see that being the path. 505-246-0610. Hey, does your car look good? Want to keep it that way? You know New Mexico is not friendly for your vehicle's paint, rock chips, gravel roads, careless drivers. Make it look all not that new at times, and that's why you need to call my good friends over at On the Spot Auto Detailing. On the Spot Auto Detailing can protect your vehicle's paint from a regular wax job all the way to a ceramic coating that will last up to 5 years. And if you've got, bottom line is you do. You've got a lot invested in your ride. Make sure you protect it. You don't have to take it anywhere. This is the beauty of On the Spot. Not only do they do great work, but they come to you. They'll go to your home, your office, whatever works best for you, and they give it a thorough cleaning inside and out. Stains, spills, pet hair, all of it gone. Those big car washes, they make you wait in line. Hundreds of cars go through there every day, and unless they keep those brushes clean, they might even scratch your paint, and they're usually done in about 7 minutes. How good can a 7-minute clean be? Not as good as what On the Spot Auto Detailing will do. They'll spend an hour or more to get the job done right. Call them. Take care of your vehicle. You got a lot invested in it. On the Spot Auto Detailing, 859-2859. 505-859-2859. Or go to otsdetailing.com.
The Sports Bar with Michael and Mike.
My favorite part of the
The world-famous Laguna Burger is beautifully handcrafted. A burger that's created from certified Angus beef, sinfully cooked to juicy perfection, and garnished with New Mexico's Hatch green chili. Tempt your taste buds with mouth-watering fresh ingredients.
Cut! We're gonna need another Laguna Burger. Try the irresistible, world-famous Laguna Burger. Visit thelagunaburger.com. It's fresh with a kick. Take 32.
Lava Rock Brewing Company, conveniently located on Albuquerque's west side, just south of I-40. You can come on in, enjoy our pizza, pasta, burgers, and more by Matucci's. It's all at Lava Rock. Lava Rock Brewing Company. Come on in.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Sports Network. Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
What is glamour? Frailty. What is desire? Diamonds. They say a life lived without passion is hardly worth living.
Ma'am? Ma'am? Ma'am?
Dang, this one made me feel all special.
Get into the game with Garden Swartz Team Sales. They have everything you need, from screen printing, embroidery, and digital printing services, high school letterman jackets, and all high school and club uniforms, and individual and team apparel with the most reliable brands like Speedline, Rollins, and Wilson. And don't forget to check out the latest F7 Shut helmet. It's all at Garden Swartz Team Sales. Give them a call, 505-884-1234. Garden Swartz Team Sales.
The Lascombe family has been growing and crafting wine in New Mexico since 1981. Formerly known as St. Clair Winery, we're going back to our roots and honoring our founders, Danielle and Hervé Lascombe. Today, our D.H. Lascombe Winery and Bistro locations continue to deliver the exceptional wine and food experience you've come to expect from the Lascombe family. Visit us and enjoy a culmination of our 6th-generation winemaking legacy and unique, perfectly paired foods. D.H. Lascombe Winery and Bistro.
The New Mexico High School Coaches Association, established in 1941, is an organization of New Mexico's best and most professional interscholastic coaches. Coaches across work daily to help our student athletes excel in the classroom, on the field of play, and in our communities. Students that participate in interscholastic.
Hey, got a sweet deal. There's a few left, just a few left, and you need to get yourself involved with that right now. Go to our website, sportsanimalabq.com. Click on the sweet deal icon. Last I checked, there are only 27 of these left. Hibachi One, the teppanyaki grill, serving all of your Japanese favorites. Great sushi. They've got world-class sushi chefs, and it's a West Side staple. On I-40, north of I-40, about a mile north of I-40, on Coors. West Side, $50 in gift certificates for just $25. That's free food for you. So get out there. They also have tatami rooms. Now, you probably know what tatami rooms are, but that's the more traditional Japanese dining experience. So get yourself over to our website, sportsanimalabq.com. Just a few left. And take advantage of our sweet deal. Opening drive, Jeff, JJ, Micah. How you living on your second day back there?
Hey,
all by
good.
yourself?
Doing good.
Yeah, you all right?
Hey, all right.
Confident. Not thinking about it. It's a good thing. Just rolling along.
All right. CBI. Jeff, I think global basketball finishes 8-2. Really? This is from, I don't even know. It's Gopher. Losing in the Mountain West Conference Finals, there would be a lot more interest in postseason than if they go 5-4, fall short of the championship game. In the latter case, I hope they don't try to buy a spot somewhere. Even if you go 8-2 right now, what is 16 and what's my number? 7,
Are
8?
they only going to be favored
in
this
weekend? This weekend.
More game.
That's it.
At least in the regular season.
Yes, this weekend. The Saturday game is the only one they're favored, right?
After that, it's at San Diego State.
That's right.
Host UNLV.
That's right.
Host Nevada. At Boise State. At Air Force.
Maybe.
Host Utah.
But probably not. No. You got another Aztec in here, by the way. She's selling
They're Aztecs
hibachi grill. I'm just telling you, Aztecs are everywhere. That's the absolute truth. Brent says,
flooding your Lobo coverage. It's an inside job.
Your Isotopes coverage?
Mm-hmm.
Play-by-play voice of your Isotopes? I mean, you got two coaches now.
Bringing everything down from the inside. I see it now.
Where Danny Gonzalez cut his teeth as a coach.
I know.
Rocky Long spent the last 10 years where? I'm just saying. Yeah. Jeff, did you notice Lady Lobos 4-point deficit with a minute and a half, and fans were rushing to the exits? No, I didn't notice that. Where were they going? ? Trying to beat the Albuquerque Saturday afternoon traffic? Trying to make the early dinner menu at Denny's? No, they were going to Hibachi Grill. By the way, that we got sweet deals left.
You got your sweet
They were able to use their last sweet deals. They're running out there, and they wanted to beat the traffic
today.
I don't know. Did I notice? No, Brant, I didn't.
Well, if you haven't noticed, we live in a city that if it's a 15-minute drive, you lose your mind.
Who goes to the west side anyway?
This dude doesn't even want to go to Corrales.
Corrales?
He lives
Too
on the
far.
west side.
And you live on the west side.
It's a risky drive.
Well, it's risky because you can't go 25 miles an hour down Corrales Road, and you're going to get ticketed.
Very true.
Like, that is Albuquerque.
When
it
I
takes you 20 minutes to get home. You're like, what is going on?
How much is a speeding ticket in Corrales?
I wouldn't know. I've never
right,
sped.
I got one for you. I was in so one of my trips last to LA. I every once in a while I get out of town. We were early for our flight, so went into Culver City to get lunch, and about a month and a half later, I get a red light ticket in the mail. And first it was in Audra's name, and so we had to go put it in my name, and there's my face, and I rolled it. I looked at the video. It was your full California stop. I slowed down. I made a right turn. I rolled like I did. Okay, how much do you think?
This one was like 3 digits, wasn't it?
How much do you? So, Culver City, California, kind of West LA, rolling a red light in a rental. Well, I don't know if the rental car matters. How much do you think that ticket was? You say 225?
160.
160.
$1.
What? I knew that was coming.
I'll go 300.
300. And you're at $1?
Price is right.
Ding, 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 ding. Jason, come on up. It was $490. $490, dude.
For a California stop in California?
$490 for rolling a stop sign in Culver City.
Wow. Wow.
And so I've been trying to. You
that
can't
immediately.
Well, okay, you can go there and protest, but then you got to go your butt back out there and go to court and yeah, if you want to go out there, you got a February 6th court date, which is this Friday.
I would like the camera to testify, please.
What was that? What the hell was this? $490. I got to sell some more hibachi ones.
Cheaper than a flight.
That's what I'm saying.
You can find a flight.
Go
there.
So your flight out there could be cheaper.
Could be.
You can go fight it, but
then
there's no guarantee you're going to win.
You'll get a California stop going to the court.
Yeah, I'll roll that damn stop sign. The same one I did do. I mean, I rolled it and did
stop sign.
It was a red light. I rolled it was a red light. I was making a right turn. I did. I rolled it. I mean, I seen the video. I did it.
I seen it.
I've done seen it. But 490 zops.
Junior move.
Yeah. I finally did get a hold of someone out there, the detective out there, and
he's on your case.
No, case is taken. But I said, I used to own some property in Culver City, and told him. He says, there's a reason you left California. He says he says taxes and traffic tickets are way too expensive, and you get nothing for it. There's a reason you left. He kind of laughed at me. $490. 505-246-0610 8889. What is our number? 888-922-0610. Emails come in, Jeff at 610knml.com, JJ at 610knml.com. $490. And I'm thinking they probably saw it was a rental car, so they knew you weren't going to come back and fight it. Like, I'm going to guess if you're a California resident, it's probably $200.
Oh, so they just dropped down you.
Wait till I tell you the whole story.
Or you just don't go back.
When we go to commercial break, I'll tell you the whole story.
You're a fugitive from California.
I guess you could. Yeah. Then it doubles, and then they go after you. Yeah. Guy says, why did you bother to pay? This is Ken. If Red Flex, they're like they were here, they have zero enforcement authority. Oh, Ken, I took care of it. Yeah. I'm just telling you how much the ticket was. I never once told you I paid it, did I?
You don't have to pay it.
Yeah, that's what. Oh, look at that. Don't pay it. Don't pay it.
The collection agency.
Come back, wrap this thing up. 505-246-0610 if you want to get in. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
This is Boomer Esiason with the CBS Sports Minute. Today's birthday shout-out goes to Hall of Famer Lawrence Taylor. Taylor, who lives near Hard Rock Stadium, was on hand for Super Bowl Sunday as one of the NFL's All-Centennial team. A fan of Patrick Mahomes, Taylor had some definite thoughts about how to defend the Super Bowl 54 MVP. Don't do what everybody else does, Taylor told Giants.com. Do not lose contain on Mahomes. A lot of teams, they just get out of position and they start doing stupid stuff. Keep contain on him and play smart football. Taylor also speculated about his former defensive coordinator Bill Belichick's future. I just think when Brady leaves, Bill will coach 3 or 4 or 5 more years just to show them it wasn't Brady, it was him. He guessed that a next move for the hoodie could be to become an NFL owner. Happy 61st birthday, LT. I'm Boomer Esiason.
Say hello to Casper, the sleep company with outrageously comfortable products that help everybody sleep and live better. From award-winning mattresses to pillows, bedding, and furniture, Casper is transforming the way we all sleep. With over 50,000 five-star reviews, it is the most loved and trusted sleep company. Do not lose sleep over finding the perfect bed. The 4 layers of premium foam are designed to provide pressure relief for all-night comfort. Plus, their zone support has the extra support to keep your back aligned. Do you need time to decide? Sleep on it. Casper Mattresses come with a 100-night risk-free trial and rest easy with free shipping and free returns. Get the mattress of your dreams like I did. Go to Casper.com and use the code SPORTS for $100 towards the purchase of select mattresses. That's Casper.com, code SPORTS, and get $100 towards the purchase of select mattresses. Terms and conditions to apply. See Casper.com/terms. Customer experience and product reviews are based on Casper.com, authorized retailer sites, and Google.
What you gotta do is give me some money, okay?
Get your share of free money. Your chance to win just by listening and texting. Listen for the national keyword at 8 a.m., 11 a.m., 2 p.m., and 4 p.m. When you hear it, text the national keyword to 95819. And you could win $1,000. It's that easy. You're listening anyway. You love to text. And you like getting paid. We can't make it any easier than that. For complete rules and information, visit our website, sportsanimalabq.com. Free money. Free money. 95.9 FM and AM 610, The Sports Animal.
You work hard and you train hard, and let's face it, sometimes it hurts. But it doesn't have to be that way. Just put it on, and Tiger Balm goes right to your aches and pains fast. That's why people around the world depend on Tiger Balm. Made from a blend of herbal ingredients, Tiger Balm is the nation's #1 selling pain-relieving ointment. Available in ultra strength and a convenient hydrogel patch. So whether you're a world-class athlete or a weekend warrior, roar back with Tiger Balm. It works where it hurts. Available at stores everywhere.
Using an overpriced trash bag?
Pricey, pricey, pricey!
A bag that breaks?
Whippy, whippy, whippy!
Or a smelly bag?
Stinky, stinky, stinky!
Time to switch to Hefty Ultra Strong trash bags, always at an ultra low price.
Hefty, hefty, hefty!
They're our best bags yet, and they cost less than Glad Force Flex, where sold head-to-head. So you'll be...
happy, happy, happy!
Hefty Ultra Strong with Arm & Hammer odor control. Also available in heavy-duty black bags.
Hefty, hefty, hefty!
Night Ranger, live in concert, playing all their hits, plus deep cuts from their catalog. Friday, April 3rd, 8 p.m., the all-new Isleta Casino Showroom. Reserve seat tickets on sale now at the Isleta box office or isleta.com.
You'll never forget your first car. And you certainly will never forget your first car wreck. When this happens to you, you need an attorney who can help you get your car fixed, help you get all the medical attention you need, and help you get all the money you deserve. Don't deal with the insurance companies without an attorney. They have teams of lawyers and adjusters whose sole job is to pay you as little as possible for your injuries. When you're in a wreck and you need a check, call Lerner & Rowe Injury Attorneys today. We'll work hard to get you all the money you deserve and to keep you out of the courtroom.
Lerner & Rowe can get you more. Call 544-4444.
Insurance Research Council, July 2014.
TJ Trout here, and are you up for the New Mexico Trout Challenge? Every angler that competes the challenge gets a Trout Challenge coin, bragging rights, and their name in the New Mexico Trout Challenge Hall of Fame. For more information, go to the New Mexico Department of Game and Fish website.
To call yourself an explorer, you should possess a few essential qualities, like a yearning for adventure and back massages from available multi-contour front seats with 5 active motion massage themes, and an available 980-watt 14-speaker B&O sound system by Bang & Olufsen, and an available heated leather-wrapped steering wheel with paddle shifters. The 2020 Ford Explorer, completely redesigned and more comfortable than ever. It's the greatest exploration vehicle of all time.
Hi, it's Jamie, Progressive's #1, #2 employee. Leave a message at the... Hi, Jamie. It's you, Jamie. Don't hang up. You need to hear this. You gotta quit wearing that aviator jacket. Nobody's buying it. I'm sorry you have to hear it from me, but at Progressive, we're all about giving it to people straight. That's why we show our rates alongside our competitors' rates. And when you're helping people find great rates, you don't need some jacket to look cool. Just keep rocking that scarf.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Comparisons not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
Catch the Sports Bar with Michael Carlisle and Mike Trujillo. Local talk today at 3, 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
What to give your girlfriend for Valentine's Day? I've been told here's what not to. Never mind.
You gotta start thinking about it. It's right around the
Well, it's like next Thursday, Friday. It's maybe my least favorite day of the year. Is that bad to say? Valentine's Day's wonderful.
No. To each their own.
How about if you get a sweet deal and take her to Hibachi Grill?
Yes.
I was already looking.
How about, were you already looking? Is that where you're going to go?
Yeah, I was looking, but I was trying to get $100 worth. But
Ooh, get 2 of them.
I can only get one at a time.
Well, then you make 2 separate purchases.
I'm gonna.
Look at you. See, $50. She's going to Hibachi Grill.
You best get in
That
there
dude
now.
right there.
J-Pole's
going to be out of everything.
He's going to be running that joint on Valentine's Day.
Another option.
Sweet deals.
You could go get how about on-the-spot auto detailing, right? Yeah, have them come out to your office and they detail your vehicle. Good options. All those things that I was told not to. Like, I guess, like if your girlfriend or wife got you new mail, you'd probably say, "Whoa, what the hell is that?" Right? Take care of your hair loss or your depression. That's all I'm saying.
Valentine's Day, just like if you show your love, it's kind of like, oh, just because it's Valentine's Day, you're showing love today.
Every day.
You can't win.
Do it this Friday, not next Friday. Right, Rudy? How are you?
Valentine's is kaput for me this year.
Kaput. Kaput?
Yeah.
All right.
Yep. It lasted 4 months, and they said it wouldn't last.
How are the bars on Valentine's Day? For all the non-having of a Valentine, is it easier action in bars on Valentine's night?
I don't know. I'm
going on
64, so I guess I could go out and check it out for you this year, but I don't know how many 64-year-old people are going to go out for Valentine's Day.
Yeah, let me know, man. Let me know, because it's swiping. What's up, man?
Signing up
well,
for
since everybody's dispensing advice,
oh yeah,
call me. I can give you all the advice you need about everything from relationships to your latest legal issues.
Perfect.
The thing about losing is, losing sucks, and the fan base usually goes right down the tubes. But there's people like me who watch the Saturday game, and I was just hoping they had the horses to finish it, but they don't. And it was a brutal second half. I think they called 3 fouls on Fresno until the very end. So that's how you erase a 16-point lead. Is no challenge to the referees to make calls. And they didn't. And New Mexico didn't do enough, and that's the story. I don't know why people can't understand that this is a much better league than people think. I'm not going to take a shot at New Mexico State, but I'll say it this way. If New Mexico played those teams ever in the history of this program, guess what? It would be written. Parade of Patsies, because I heard it for years.
Yeah, it would be, but they're trying like hell to get out of that league. I mean, it's where they are. It's not that they're doing that by choice, but yes.
And Weir didn't choose to have his players behave in this manner either.
Look, your point is absolutely on. They didn't lose on Saturday because they practiced on Friday, which is just work less and you'll be better. Is about as bad a narrative as I've heard. They lost on Saturday because they're out of horses, because they're playing depleted, and this is what they're dealt. That's why they lost, not because they practiced it on an airplane.
I admire the fact that they were well prepared enough to get a 16-point lead on the road.
Yes.
And I'll say it, and I'll say it again this year, and the proof is in the pudding. The last 2 years, the toughest out at the Mountain West Conference tournament has been New Mexico. You don't want to play us come March. It doesn't matter who's there. The first year he patched together a bunch of kids that just bombed away from 3-point and made it to the finals, didn't he?
Yes.
About 5 minutes away from beating San Diego State and getting the automatic bid.
That's correct.
Last year, if it wasn't for an unfortunate series of events at the start of the second half with fouls, who knows? They had Utah State right where they wanted them. So I trust Coach Weir. I think he knows a lot of basketball, and this mantra that he's in over his head is just about the silliest thing I've ever heard. Again, take any team in this conference, remove 4 starters, remove your top 4 players, and see where you're at.
That's fair.
You're gonna look worse than Wyoming.
I don't know if you're going to be worse than Wyoming. We're going to find out on Saturday, right? We're going to find out on Saturday.
I think they're going to win Saturday. I'll be there.
Yeah, they might win comfortably. They'll probably win comfortably, and everybody will feel better for a couple of days.
Well, and then, final thought, though. Congratulations to Andy Reid. He was a Hall of Fame coach before. He didn't need a Super Bowl victory to validate it, but that said, he deserved it.
That's true.
And really, I think the whole year, all you have to do is spot the Chiefs a 10-point deficit, and they start playing football. I've never seen anything like it. Usually you get down by 10 points in a Super Bowl, it's pretty much all over but the crying. For them to do what they did was just pretty remarkable.
Yeah, I agree with all that. Good to hear you, man. Thank you, Rudy.
Yep, we'll talk about football on Thursday.
I like that. All right, see you. Rudy called the 246-0610. Like, to your point, and I can't believe this was the topic of conversation today. So they practiced on Friday, so somehow they were tired. They practiced in August and September, so they were tired in the second half in Fresno on February 1st. Really? 18 to 22-year-old, well-conditioned young athletes. But you can't practice the day before the game. What should you do? Should they all be in getting mani-pedis and foot massages? Stop it with this. Bourne says one of the lowest points in the history of local sports reporting, JJ.
Uh-oh.
Fresno State's star on television this weekend was called Orlando Grimes. Not by an anchorette, but by one of the sports dudes. It's embarrassing, and then he sent me the link. There's Nate Grimes, and there's Orlando Robinson, and that became Orlando Grimes. I'm surprised. Usually what I see, and even when the Lobos get trucked by 30 like the other night, I see 4 Lobo highlights and then 1 highlight of the other team, and there's not even a name. So I'm surprised they even went with a name.
What a player Orlando Grimes would be.
Orlando Grimes would be terrific. Hello, Dan.
Jeff.
Dan.
How are you all today?
All
Micah's
right.
doing a great job, huh?
What's going on? Yeah, Micah's doing a great job. Micah's killing it. Yeah, you there? Dan.
Yeah, you there?
Speak to me. You're on the radio killing my airtime. What's up?
I must have lost you there, bro.
All right, what's going on?
$200 in Corrales for 45 and a 30.
200 for a 45 and a 30 in Corrales? Damn. All
$100.
right. That's expensive for New Mexico. Do you have to pay that
Yeah,
one?
I just paid it. But the only saving grace is that the cop was a really, really good-looking cop. So
He was good looking?
She.
Oh, she was good looking. It wasn't Jimmy Garoppolo handing you out tickets? Old Captain Hansen? All right, Daniel. Good to hear you.
200 in Corrales, man. So slow down.
All right, slow down when you go to Corrales. See you. All right, but that way, when you get pulled over by a good-looking, he said she was really good-looking, so he paid the $200. It wasn't a camera. Hello, Ray. Ray.
Yeah.
You're on the air.
Guys, I was throwing this at you guys. The new recruit that's just started school with the Lobos, Matos.
Yep.
Now that you're going to have Jackson and the other guy there with Matos, well, don't you? He wants to play, and his parents want him to play, and he's not going to be there 4 years. If he wants to, I would let him play. Well, that'd be those 3 guys, and then you got the other Lobos. Get these guys to gel now. Let them play in the games. Let them gel, and then they'll be ready to go come playoff time because that's the tournament time because that's the time they have to win anyway. But don't you think? How do you think that would work?
So you say play Matos now. He was in. Oh, you're gone. He was in high school. What, 3 weeks ago? But he's big. I don't know. Can he play? Is he ready to go now?
That is a really tough conversation because he wants to play.
I know.
He wants to give it a go. And so you're saying he's if whether or not he's going to be here 4 years, I get it. But he is investing 9 games in a one season.
Maybe 9. What do you got? You got 7 games left, so 7, 8, 9, whatever you got left. And here's my issue with that. I know how Lobo fan is, and all of a sudden he's the next savior. Last year, all I heard was Lyle, Jaquan Lyle. Jaquan Lyle came in, and now he's the guy who you're blaming for ripping your team apart, right? Because it's not working. You put this all on this Baron Matos, and he comes in. He was in high school 4 weeks ago. Now he's been on campus for a week and a half. He's a big body. I guess he's very talented. You're going to put him in there, and Lobo fan expectation is going to be that he's going to be named Siembieda, and he's not. And maybe he's good. Maybe he makes a difference. But then all of a sudden, now you go into this offseason and people are down on this guy because he didn't deliver what your ridiculous expectations are. And I think you're setting him up for an incredible hard time if he doesn't deliver. And I just don't see a situation where he delivers what you expect him and what you want him to deliver.
This one, I've been really going back and forth on it.
I am too.
Because it's one, if you're Paul Weir, it's like you don't want to waste an entire year of eligibility on.
But if you're not going to get 4 years anyway, then go ahead and play him.
1 minute.
Get it.
But then also, if he really wants to play, do you allow him to play? Since they went through the process to get him on campus, second semester here.
Yeah, no, I
what
get
do you
it.
think?
All right, Adam Deal will be here tomorrow. We'll do some high school stuff for you at 9:15. We'll give away more tickets. Go get our sweet deal on our website, sportsanimалabq.com. Hibachi won. There's like a few left. J-Pole just bought up 4 of them, I think. Jim Rome Show is next. Dan Patrick
30.
At the Sports Bar is on this afternoon at 3. We'll be back with more award-winning radio for you tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. Micah, day 2? Yeah, no, I'll give you 5 stars today. That was a good ride. That was a good day. J-Paul, I'll give you 4.5.
I'll take it.
Yeah, it was really good. But since you're
15
ones, I'll give you 5.
How about you one?
Enjoy the day.
On the west side.
Be good to each other, please. Be kind, loving, caring, and sharing. We'll smell you tomorrow.
SUV or light truck, finding the perfect tire just got easier. Let Leonard Tire and Automotive Repair show you what the Yokohama Geolandar HT Geo 56 can do for your daily drive. It's one of the longest lasting tires on the road. It's built for all weather handling and offers an amazingly quiet and comfortable ride. All this and a mileage warranty up to 70,000 miles. And right now, for a limited time,
time, buy 3 select Yokohama tires and get 1 free at Leonard Tire and Automotive Repair. Your full-service auto shop, 2nd and Lomas or Eubank and Manal.
Are you hungry? I'm hungry. I get hungry all the time, which is why I love our Foodie Sweet Deals. This week, it's one of your favorites and mine, the Elephant Bar. Elephant Bar Restaurant in ABQ Uptown is a scratch kitchen with craft cocktails delivered with genuine hospitality. Hey, and if you haven't heard about their midday mix and match menu, you get your choice of 2 items for $10. Also, they now serve brunch on the weekends with handcrafted Bloody Marys, mimosas, and a gourmet twist of your favorite items. Plus, Elephant Bar has a full sports bar and happy hour.